Hey, Jack, Gene Wong, Washington Post. What do you attribute your offensive contributions to the 18 points at career high and 3 3-point plays?
My teammates finding me wide open. They were extending on help, and they were being guarded by my man, so they were just finding me, and I was getting pretty easy looks to the rim.
Running the aisle, third row.
Tony, Mike Barber, Richmond Times-Dispatch. When you told us, holding Jack out, trying to get his back healthy, did you know he would be full go for this tournament? Was there some doubt, and what did you see from him today?
Well, we believe that. It's just a matter of, can we get it to where he feels as good as he can? And I thought these two guys were terrific today. I even joked with the guys. I said, I think I'm going to do a haka in the locker room the way Jack played. But it looked like he was moving well and defending well, and we needed his physicality. And like he said, he caught, he finished. That one play in the second half where you hustled and made the up and under was good. So I think I've probably been holding him back from scoring, and he's showing it now as we're getting into the postseason.
Back left.
Richard Walker, Gaston Gazette, Coach Bennett on the same track. Has Jack shown that ability to score? And obviously your offense, you've got established scorers, but he certainly had a big day today when you needed him to.
Yeah, he's a relentless worker. And Jack, he understands who he is. He finishes when stuff is there. He gets offensive rebounds. And how he scored was he just took what the game gave him unless there was a shot clock situation. So he's one of the best givers I've ever coached. He's just a giver. And he gave today, and and obviously he gave us production on the offensive end, which was good scoring-wise.
Middle of the room.
Yeah, Jonathan Wiley, ESPN. This is for Kyle. So first game of the postseason under your belt. If you could just describe for your mindset and the team's mindset as you embark on the postseason now.
Yeah, just trying to have a laser focus and prepare for each game like it could be our last. And I think that's an important step that we've taken as a team. And, we're always happy when Jack can put up 18 points. So, just really happy with the team and how we, even though we were down a half, we, fought back and won.
Yeah, Tony, and if the players want to add in, what was the tone at halftime?
Well, we thought we were getting some good shots offensively in the first half. We had a couple careless turnovers and a shot clock violation. We said, continue to tighten up the defense, but take the shots when they're there and just run your offense hard. And this is tournament basketball. These are possession-by-possession games, and there's a physicality that's there, and so we just kept plugging.
Jack?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I wasn't focused.
Halftime tone?
Halftime tone.
Yeah, we were getting good looks, and we weren't hustling on the offensive boards. Coach Sodi said we only have one offensive rebound, so we needed to pick that up. I tried to do a little bit of that. All the other guys rallied and did a really good job.
Kyle, what do you think made it such a rough shooting night for the rest of your teammates, and did you feel any pressure because that kind of continued through the game to keep taking and hitting your shots?
Well, shots are going to come and go. Defense is always there. So I definitely felt, not pressure, but that I need to be a little bit more aggressive when Ty's shot's not falling. But again, he runs the show. I think 10 assists. So even though he didn't shoot it well, he did fine. And again, 18 points from Jack we'll take that any day. So
Far left.
Bob Holliday, WRL.com. Two-part question. Tony, what was the impact of the 2 3-point plays by Jack and the 4-point play by Kyle? And then secondly, Jack, when was the last time you had an offensive game like this?
Well, the impact was big. There's momentum. We needed those, and it was again a possession-by-possession game the way it was going. So I don't remember what those plays either got us in the lead or put us up by, but those are just those X-factor plays. Again, an offensive rebound or an and one or a 4-point play. So I think they were important.
I guess last year in the ACCT tournament against Clemson was probably close to this, but I've not had a game like this at Virginia. So it was pretty awesome to get that and for the guys to find me down low.
Right in front of us.
Rick Friedlander, North State Journal. Kyle, considering the extended scoring drought that you guys had in the first half, did you feel pretty good about going into the locker room only down 2? And what changed defensively in the second half to really kind of get them off of their game?
Yeah, we're a team. I think I've been saying this phrase a lot is, calm is contagious. And it starts with Coach Bennett and it, ripples all the way down to our first years. And, when we have experience, we can stay calm in these situations. We never really worry. We know that what we need to take care of. And in the second half, it was just buckling down on defense and making open shots.
To our left.
Coach Jason Huber, WFNZ. NC State, this is a team that you guys went to overtime with earlier in the season. Today they put up a fight in that first half.
Yep.
And a lot of people were saying the game 2 days ago, was a playing game for them. Could you just talk a little bit about, the fight with them and their credentials for the tournament?
Yeah. I think, they're very quick and they really pressure the ball. And what Markel did yesterday to come back and make the plays he did was, it was noticeable. They hurt us on the glass there, and they pressured us into some turnovers, and we didn't play our best in certain stretches. Again, I thought we were steadier in this game. This league is good. They're talented. They're athletic. They pretty much play 4 guards all the time, whether it's Dorn at the 4 or whoever else they put in. So, again, I think that they're a heck of a team. Coach Keats does a great job, and I'm not on the selection committee, but I believe the way this league is and how they played, I would hope that they're in, but I'm the wrong guy to ask.
Second row.
Ron Count, Charlottesville Daily Progress. Kyle, we saw you in the first half take the ball in the middle of the court, pass on what looked like an open shot, read the defense, and drive inside. Do you think that ability to kind of dissect defenses and where your game has grown the most this season?
Yeah, absolutely. We had a meeting, our coaches player meeting after every year, and talk about what we need to work on and stuff, and creating my own shot or for others was on that list. And I always knew I could do it. It was just getting the confidence and, putting it to work like I did today.
Yeah, Jack, in the second half, you had a dunk, and then they called a technical foul for hanging on the rim. What were your impressions? You look like you had a look of disbelief on that call. Can you kind of give us your impressions of that play?
Yeah, I haven't jumped from that far and dunked it in a while, so I had to hold on to the rim or else I would have fell on my head. So I was pretty surprised on that one.
Middle aisle.
Tony, Mark Brett. I'm sorry, Tony, Mark Bradley from the Atlanta Journal and Constitution. I apologize for asking a big picture question, but at the Final Four last year when you got your Coach of the Year award, you mentioned the text from Ty Jerome about how UMBC was part of your all's story now.
Yep.
And then what was going to be the determining factor on how you went forward was how you got better day by day. You're 29-2, so I'm guessing you've managed to achieve that. And would you agree with that?
Yes. No, I think we've grown from that experience. We've owned it. We've talked about it. We had a great year last year and a hard loss, but it's time to press on. And there's not any more to say about that. And I'll get asked and we'll answer the question. But it's time to press on and be as focused as we can, and just get good, but certainly grow from all your experiences.
To our left.
Luke DeCock, Raleigh News and Observer. Jack, on the technical, even if you hadn't needed to hang on the rim, at that point, would you have possibly considered getting a technical anyway for the career high? And also, I know New Zealand is bigger than they make it look on Flight of the Conchords, but you're in North Carolina. Do you know Michael Campbell at all?
I don't know who Michael Campbell is.
Some of the golfer?
Oh. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Now that you say that, I recognize the name. And no, I don't really want to get ticks. It gives advantage to the other team, so I won't do that.
Third row.
Tony, the double bye obviously is a good thing in getting the rest, but do you think any of the issues in the first half were rust related from time off?
I think NC State played well. We talked about before the game, when you play a team that has a game under their belt, you got to be really ready. So I'm not sure. I know we challenged our guys to be as ready as we can with that in your first game, but NC State did a good job. And again, we did some good things. It just didn't make some shots, but these guys kind of kept us in there until we got our footing, so to speak.
Take two more. Third row.
Yeah, Kip Coons for Press Box View. Kyle, forgive me, one last question about UMBC. You're playing on the same floor. Did anybody say anything about that before the game, amongst the players?
No, I think me and Jack had an advantage coming back here for Media Day. And you guys don't have to apologize for asking those questions. I'm happy to answer them. Feels good to be back right here in this press conference room where we were last time. And just like Coach said, ready to press on and move on from it and learn from it.
Last question, second row.
Tony, everybody knows Kyle can shoot, but how does it change how teams have to defend you when he's also slashing to the rim and fighting for rebounds?
Yeah, Kyle's a complete player. He's smart and he's complete and he's so efficient. You look at that stat line, but he's deceptive with that as far as getting in there. And I thought he made some terrific passes to guys, and he's unselfish. So, yes, that's a triple threat. Those kinds of things make a guy, if you just say, well, just run him off the line, you can't do that. And so I think that makes him and us more efficient and effective offensively.